Most family office, when they get exposed to crypto, now it's like less than 1%, which is not much, and 58% of their digital assets is basically just buying Bitcoin. So going on Coinbase or Binance or whatever, or BlackRock ETF and just getting Bitcoin. Now they want two things. They want to increase their exposure from 1% to 2%. To give you an idea, 1% to 2% represent for large family office, like the top 7,000. On average per family, that's an additional $32 million. UBS Wealth Management head Amy Lowe a week ago mentioned that actually for their families, UBS manage around $1 trillion. For their families, they actually want to go not from 1% to 2%, but actually, which was the case maybe 6 months ago. Now we're talking about going from less than 1% to maybe 4 or 5%. So we're talking about adding another $150 million in digital assets per family. They want this, they want more exposure, but they also want better return than just buying Bitcoin. So how do we do that? We basically partners with develop like algo trading teams who are properly licensed, found around the world. We partner with a team developing algo trading and AI strategy that trade automatically, different kind of assets with different kind of strategy and different kind of return. So this is how you start. So you basically start by saying, okay, I want to earn, and I want to have access to different trading teams, different trading pools, different AI powered trading vaults. You can see some of the example of the vaults here, and we say the second function of BOBIC is to redistribute. So once you earn and you're getting profit from these different trading vaults that you basically stake some money into, you can decide where the money gets redistributed. So obviously to you, but also to your family members, and also to cause and charities that maybe you want to endorse. So here's a few examples of charities that you want to endorse. Maybe you want to endorse open source development with Bitcoin Core. Maybe you want to endorse the development of network state, through foundation. A little bit similar to the British East India Company back in the day that will kind of create new countries. A little bit what network state is doing. Maybe you want to endorse cause related to longevity, which a lot of the family office these days are actually interested, such as Vitalism, which is a foundation started by Adam Greece in Silicon Valley, and so on. So 3-step as you get onboarded into BOBIC. First step is you choose your traders, your AI trading vault based on your risk reward profile. Second, you decide about how you should redistribute your profit between your family members and between the charities and the legacies that you want to have. And you can also create, if you don't have yourself your own charity and your own endowment and your own family office, you can create that directly online, which also has quite a few advantages also from a tax point of view, especially if you've made your wealth in crypto. So let's go into the earn section. Earn section, you can choose different, like I want, for example, algorithmic only type of strategy, or I want to have BTC only type of strategy, or actually I'm fine with discretionary, which is kind of manual team adjusting, looking at the graph and kind of adjusting when to get in and out. What kind of strategy I'm interested, maybe what kind of traders I'm interested. For example, like on-chain only. Maybe I want to invest in traders who also redistribute to charities that I care for. So that's typically what you do in BOBIC. So we're trying to align the interest of the traders. We call them the heroes, the alchemists, the one kind of converting metal into gold through with AI and ability to detect, predict the future. Align the interest with the clients, the investors. Could be starting with the family office, later on sovereign wealth fund, retail, etc., and the charity and the endowment. In terms of impact, you can see here my impact, some of the money that I've been redistributing to who. I can decide how much of my total percentage I want to distribute, for example, and where I want to be. I can create my own endowment if I don't have yet my endowment. You can do that here. I need to sign in. I'm not going to do the sign it on the video. And here you have explanation. So you can join BOBIC as a user. You can join, which I explain to you here the benefits. You can join as a trader, which give you access to more capital, and you can join as a charity, which is a way for you to automatically receive a donation from different families through the profit that they receive from the year. Cool. Any questions, guys?
Very interesting. One question: what is the business model of BOBIC here?
Yeah. So the business model is we are first an access token. So access token means think of us as like a marketplace or a platform where on one side you have the heroes, the alchemists, the traders, the AI, the developers of AI strategy, and on the others, capital being the family office, the sovereign wealth fund, the companies and the retail investors. We don't take a fee on management fee and carry and so on. We actually leave that to the traders to decide how much they should charge for the service. We only take a fee at the entry and at the exit. So entry means when a client allocates to a different trading vault, we take a little percentage, which is like lower than a single digit, lower than 1% type of fee. And we take also an exit fee, meaning like when, for example, the profit gets redistributed to the family members, or when you exit a trading vault, we also take a little percentage, also less than 1%. We start as an access token, but ultimately we want to grow as an allocator token. So that's part of our vision of living in this world of abundance, where wealth is created with AI and redistributed to many. And for that, what we do is we go from access token to allocator token. We basically set a price for the BOBIC token. As the BOBIC token, for example, reach $1, we reintroduce supply to the market. That's a way to raise money for the community. Then this money gets reinvested into the different algo trading teams that have performed the best on the BOBIC platform. And we receive as a BOBIC endowment the profit from the different allocations that we've just made from the money that we raised. That means you, as a BOBIC user, as someone who actually owns BOBIC, you get a percentage of the profit distributed to the BOBIC endowment as part of this allocation that has been made. Think of it as a universal basic income, and hopefully as we grow, universal high income as a way to kind of generate revenue as the platform grow, the allocation grow, the trading performs.
Sure. Adrian?
Yeah, I think this is a great idea, especially if you have people who can invest. And just wondering, how do you handle the safety stuff due to the traders managing the funds? Are you just copying what they say and purchase with your on for example on exchange, or they are managing the funds? Do you trust them? This is some important stuff.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So you have two type of trading. You have like on-chain trading, which is like on a decentralized exchange and so on, and that's fully automated. So that means everything is traceable. You pretty much know when a transaction is made, how much profit it generates, etc., etc. That's actually growing quite fast. But the majority of trading today on crypto is still very much on a centralized exchange. So we actually partner with multiple market makers, and we actually have access to their platforms, which means we have access to a trading environment where the traders actually and their AI strategy are restricted to what they can do and cannot do. For example, what kind of assets they can trade for a particular strategy. So that's kind of a trading vault within the market maker platform that we utilize in the back end of BOBIC. A few advantages for that. From a security point of view, we're talking about a platform that already trades over $1 billion of volume per day. So, extremely secure, extremely safe, extremely robust. We're talking about integration on 35 different exchange, like Binance obviously being one of the biggest one. We're talking about market maker fee. So that means very, very low fee, like the lowest fee you can imagine on any exchange, with also a big advantage for traders to come and trade on our platform. And we're talking also about integration already done on the top 6 largest custodial services, like Fireblocks in USA and Kobo in China and Copper in Europe and so on and so on.
Sure. And by the way, how you are verifying the specific strategies in terms of performance?
Yeah, so we actually have, that's a very good question. So we actually have per vault, we have access to the performance as it's traded within our environment, but we don't, on purpose, we don't actually look at the specific trades. The reason why we don't look at the specific trades is if we do it, we will have kind of the capacity to deconstruct the strategy, which obviously will create like a mistrust from a trader point of view. So we can put limits kind of in a box in a trading vault on a platform of what the trader can do for a specific strategy. So one trader can have 10, 20, 50 different strategy on BOBIC. That means 50 different trading vaults that have each specific constraints. We don't see the trades. We let the traders do the trades. We put the constraints of what he can do and cannot do, but we actually can see the performance.
Very interesting approach. I think it will be very useful for us. So, by the way, everything is live already. We can get more details to our email, so we can take a look with our team.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the backend and actually the team that we work with, like we have people who come from Citadel, which is $68 billion algo trading fund. We have people coming from who were traders at Goldman Sachs, like some of the top traders on BitMEX and previously FTX. We have people who come from Bitmain, who actually specifically coming from Entalpha, which is the allocator. Person who were managing like 30 different algo trading teams and doing allocation for them. So we have a very, very strong team there. What I'm showing to you right now is kind of a way to show our visions, but the platform is something that requires validation first to see if there is a match with teams like you, actually algo trading teams. And at start, we only work with fully licensed algo trading teams. And for those who are not fully licensed yet, we also help them to connect with other partners of us to see if it's a match for them to onboard you or not.